What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're checking out the Las Vegas filming locations of Diamonds Are Forever. Diamonds Are Forever is a 1971 spy film and is the 7th film in the James Bond series. The story has Bond impersonating a diamond smuggler to infiltrate a smuggling ring and soon uncovers a plot by an old enemy to use the diamonds to build a space-based laser weapon. And also, guys, we're gonna have a little giveaway in this video. Watch until the end to see how to enter. It's gonna be free, doesn't cost you guys anything. And since we're going into Circus Circus here eventually in the video, you guys are going to be playing for some Circus Circus slot machine tokens. With that being said, I want to give a quick shout out to my members right here on YouTube, also my members over on Patreon. Now let's dive into this video. Okay, so for the first shot, it'll be here at the Palm Mortuary off of Boulder Highway in the city of Henderson, Nevada. Not far from Las Vegas. I think it was under a 20-minute drive. But the scene opens up. You see the hearse. He comes down this way carrying 007's supposedly corpse. He drives down this way, and then he makes another left and he drives up to this building. This building has, of course, been remodeled. The interiors are actually shot on a sound stage, not in the US, but the exteriors for this are still recognizable. I think the door has shifted a little bit, but you can clearly see this is where the hearse drives up. And after the interior shots have been, shown in the movie, it seems like they're trying to make it look like he's walking down this way, but that scene where it looks like he's walking down there was actually shot at a different cemetery, which we will go there next. But let me get a closer look, and we'll show you guys a little closer. Here is a more up close and personal look, and the way you could tell that the interiors were shot somewhere else is this is not a stained glass. This is just a tinted window, but this would have been the driveway. The hearse would have stopped somewhere right about here, and see, you can see right through it. I hope the camera's picking that up, but I can clearly see through it. And this is not stained glass, nor was the exterior a stained glass. It might even still be the same tint that was in the movie. You never know. But definitely not stained glass.
The sign that they had was Slumber Inc. Back then. They just switched the signs.
That is awesome.
On the news this morning, I noticed it was on TV.
Yeah.
Come on in.
Okay.
This is a chapel where they had what they thought was made believe was the crematory. You see where the two doors are?
Yes.
It was actually the family room. They made it look like the crematory was there.
Okay. Very interesting.
The front windows, they made it look like it was stained glass.
Yeah. So what was that not? 'Cause I heard rumors that was on a sound stage.
Yes, that part was. They just took the images of this here
Okay.
and switched it. I believe most of that was done in another country too.
Okay. Very interesting.
So they remodeled everything here, so it's really not the same. But you can go to the Google website and you can see a lot of the old photos.
Okay.
This is where they made it look like the crematory actually was.
Oh, the crematory right here. Very interesting. That is cool. Yeah. I mean,
They switched it up.
the movie is almost, what, 60 years old? Something like that?
Almost 70.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, because then he jumps out of the casket. Would have been right here and said he's going to the Tropicana.
Did you see that on the news this morning?
The Tropicana?
The implosion?
Yeah, where they actually had part of this on TV on the news.
Yeah. Oh,
It was on. Look at Channel 3 tonight.
Channel 3? Okay.
Watch the first couple of minutes. They're going to show this portion. You're going to recognize it.
Yeah.
So when they exited, when James Bond actually exited this chapel, he exited this door here.
Okay.
Only one catch. And he exited this door, which was an accordion door back then. He exited here. He did not actually go to our cemetery.
Right.
It is another area that is filmed at 1325 North Main Street. This is not the mausoleum. It's called Garden of Eternity.
Right.
1325 North Main Street.
But they certainly do make it look like it's
Like
here.
it was here,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I looked like, oh, that's not it.
Yeah.
Because when we were looking at it, it was like, wait, is it?
Yeah.
We went back and forth for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's movie magic back in the day at its finest. Okay, so I was just informed that right over here in between those two doors was a family room, and that's where they built the crematorium. So some interiors were filmed in here. But again, this area was recreated on a set. And just, for your guys' entertainment and to show you guys that not everything was shot in here, because was it this one or this one? Either way, it would have been stained glass, and it is obviously not. So, but on the set version of this chapel, this is where kind of would have been the area that James Bond would have jumped out of his casket, and the gangsters would ask him, "Where do you think you're going?" And he infamously says, "I'm going to the Hotel Tropicana. I hear it is quite comfortable."
Where the hell do you think you're going?
I hear that the Hotel Tropicana is quite comfortable. My condolences, gentlemen.
So we were standing right here. This is where the hearse pulled up, and we were just talking to Angelo. He's worked here since 1980, and he knows a lot about the movie that was filmed here. He said he used to know a lot more, but after 2 remodels since the movie was filmed, as recently as 2 years ago, they remodeled this place again. He said he's forgot some of the stuff, but
It's very beautiful.
how the hearse pulls in here and then pulls up right here. He said that was only for the movie, that they never pulled up a hearse right up to what would have been the front door.
They take it around back.
Yes. So very interesting, and it is awesome to know. I don't know why they just didn't film all of the scenes in here.
I see what you look up. They say they didn't film inside.
Yeah, but according to this gentleman that has worked here since 1980, about 13 years after the movie was filmed, he's confirming that interiors were shot here.
Yes, but he did say they did use a studio
as
and
well.
did the pane glass.
Yeah. Yep.
But they did film in there. It's very, very pretty.
Yeah. So, Angelo, if you're watching this, thank you for
yes, thank you. Thank
for
you
the
for
tour.
taking our pictures too.
Yes. All right, guys, here we are at Palm Cemetery at the Palm Mausoleum, Building of Eternity. This is the area that they said was the Garden of Remembrance in Diamonds Are Forever, which obviously the Garden of Remembrance was a fictional garden just for the movie. But 007, James Bond, would have come strolling out this way. He would have passed this the wall here, the mausoleum, and then with some very trick photography, in just a blink of an eye, he's at the other end down there, pretty far down there actually. And then we'll get down. Before we move on, after I'd gotten home and started editing the video, I had discovered that this area was expanded and the stained glass window was actually pushed back, and it was actually installed the wrong way. It was flipped around, as you guys will see here in a second. but I wanted to correct this for you guys. So I went back and reviewed my footage just to compare to the shot that where 007 is standing, and sure enough, I actually found it. So we're going to look for that blemish mark below the vase there, and right below the cross, it looks like a big thumbprint. And we're going to go to the scene, and there they are. You got the thumbprint and the blemish below the vase there. And then we're going to pan down, and the occupied crypt there is where 007 is placing the diamonds and removing the envelope of cash that held $50,000. This is the exact spot, guys. I just want to point this out. It looks like maybe they pulled this out at one point, because this is reversed. The cactus was actually on this side. The bigger cactus was on this side in the movie. So that maybe they had it redone, and when it was reinstalled, it was reinstalled backwards. Okay, so the Westgate Resort, I believe it is. This was the Whyte House in Diamonds Are Forever. And it does look a little bit different. It looks like they've maybe extended or added on to said building. And in the movie, there was actually a even taller building than what's already here behind the building. And that was actually a matte painting. That wasn't a real building. But they did a really good job, because I never knew that until I started researching this video. So this is the Whyte House. Let's go down and match up some more shots. All right, guys, we're here at the Westgate, and I'm going to show you the spot, which is actually right here. Tiffany case comes out of a door that's in this general area. Obviously, this place has been renovated since, and it has changed. So we're going to match it up the best we can. There's actually still a few points of reference. I'll show you guys. Let's check it out. Okay, so here's the spot. Tiffany case pretty much comes out of what is now this door. She walks this way, and she heads down here. I mean, this is all changed quite a bit, but one thing that remains the same are these pillars. But again, she walks out from over here, she walks down here, but when they pick up the shot when she's getting into the car is further down by this black Mercedes van. And we know that because, let me show you the spot. You can see the pattern of this pillar is actually the same pattern. You could tell by these two things here. And she gets into a car right about there. So check this out. This was kind of unexpected. Had a nice little commemorative photo of Sean Connery right in front of the International, or what was the Whyte House in Diamonds Are Forever. Very, very cool. All right, one last quick look at the Whyte House. Now the Westgate. And again, it was only the Whyte House in the movie. At the time, it was the International. This is a huge building, very tall. And that map painting, that would have definitely been one of the, if the building was real, it would have definitely been probably one of the highest buildings in the world at the time. But, you know, just fictional. Again, it was a matte painting, but would have soared way up into the sky right about there. But again, guys, one last look at the Whyte House. What was the Whyte House for the movie? The International at the time, now the Westgate. Now the next scenes take place at Circus Circus. A lot has changed, but yet a lot has not. A lot of it is still recognizable, so let's check it out. So after the flying Pelosios are introduced, they zoom in on this hanging platform and then they quickly zoom out to show you a crowd view of the circus act. Tiffany Case walks along the edge of this platform, which no longer has the brass railing. .007 is then zoomed in on while sitting in the control booth, and he would have been right about there. And this is the spot on the casino floor where Operation Passover would have taken place, where Maxwell would have received his cue to give the card to Tiffany Case to go and play the water balloons. Now here's the water balloon game that they're referring to. The game still looks a lot like it did in the movie, just with an updated paint job. We also know this is the same game and location because if you look right here, you could see the carousel bar, and if you look through the carousel itself, you can still see there's a gift shop. And now finally, the best part for me is the chase scene in downtown Las Vegas on Fremont Street. Okay, so what sets everything off, James Bond is driving this way, and the police car spots him right about where the Circa bar sign is right there. He makes a U-turn very quickly and gets in front of James Bond, 007, and stops right about where we're standing. And we know that because the Circa used to be the Las Vegas club, and that's where that is. Binions, which was the Mint in 007 and actually the Mint at the time, is just off screen. But yes, Las Vegas club there, the dugout a little further down, and you can actually see the plaza, which is there. In the movie you could see Union Plaza coming soon sign. So they were just getting ready to start building the plaza at the time of the filming of Diamonds Are Forever. As the officer is walking up to 007, he actually backs up, spins around, and drives down towards, again, the under construction plaza at the time. Gets to the street corner and sees another officer coming in from that direction, and then makes a U-turn and drives down this way. The scene stops right about there. Okay, so here we are at the Nugget, and the chase scene just barely started. So after he is driving away from the plaza, here's the other shot. He's driving in and out, weaving in and out of traffic, I should say, down this direction. As you can see the Golden Nugget off to the right, Four Queens and Fremont. Obviously the Nugget and the Fremont looks completely different. The only thing that looks the same is the Four Queens. And a funny little thing that I noticed during this, oh, she just got my shot. Funny little thing that I noticed during this whole thing is they flash, you know, like a half second into the car that 007 is driving, and he's actually driving the opposite direction in this little scene because you see the Nugget is actually to his left, which is right there. That's the quick little shot, obviously up close to the car.
No, thank you. All right.
The next scene we see 007 coming right here. He rounds this corner. Police are hot on his tail. And he shoots down that way. Shoots down that way. The next time you see 007, he's coming from this direction, He's going down that way because the camera is actually probably right about there where that bar is, and you just see him shoot down that way. I mean, he's going fast. And then the next time you see him, he's coming from this way. Then he makes another left, right back up Fremont. So I mean, this is a very cool chase scene, but it is not practical. Okay, so this spot here, you can see he kind of swerves and actually drives up here on the sidewalk. This is the spot here. This is probably one of the hardest spots to line up because this bar is in the way. But you can clearly see he jumps the curb and he starts driving on the sidewalk. You can see the Fremont in the background. He's definitely driving under the Mint, or actually it was the Mint / Horseshoe, Binion's Horseshoe. Now it's just Binion's. Okay, so after the whole curb scene, which takes place down here, they're driving this way. Then he 007 does a little U-turn or donut, does one or two of those, and then he goes down this way, which you can't really match up right now because of the stage is there. And I believe he goes to the Mint parking lot, which is also no longer there. Or also, I shouldn't say also, which is no longer there. And it is now a parking structure, which we can't see. Okay guys, just for giggles, this is the spot. The Mint parking sign would have been right here. 007 would have turned right into there, which, you know, I know it's hard to line up, guys. It's just because this parking structure that is there, that was not there in the movie. Okay, so the parking lot, you know, this is where 3 or 4 police cars crash into each other. They're chasing 007 all around, and he actually jumps a ramp and comes this way, lands in the street right about here, and goes off down this direction. And you could tell because you can partially see some of the older signs for the Fremont. You still see the parking sign, which is very different. This whole side is very different, but still the Fremont. It's still parking, and you can again partially see Fremont in the background. I think you see the REMON, but you don't see, you know, first and last letters of Fremont. Okay, so after they figure out that Larry doesn't really have them, they see 007 drive down this way and heads down that direction, and the police car, which is parked right about there, takes off after him in pursuit, and he actually goes down an alley down this direction. We'll go show you this alley really quick. My 007 is coming from this way. Again, the police car comes out from this direction, and they go into this alley right here. You go to this alley, you go straight down here, and obviously a different alley, but it is, he realizes there's nowhere to go, and he goes up on 2 wheels. And just to actually take a look at that. He goes up on 2 wheels, and I'm going to show you where he comes out. He actually doesn't even come out on the other side. He comes out down that road there, about a block away. Completely different direction than what he was facing going down that alley. And while he's up on 2 wheels, it's rumored that this was filmed on the back lot somewhere in Universal. This is the scene you can see. Again, the police car is still chasing after him. He thinks he's big and bad and cool, and tries to go up on 2 wheels just like 007, but you see he actually rolls over in the alleyway. Let me go show you guys down this direction where he comes out. And again, he was facing that direction when he went up on 2 wheels. Quick little recap. Down this direction, you guys can kind of see the Fremont down there. You make a right, and the alleyway is down there, and he was facing that direction when he went up on two wheels. Alright, so for this next shot, it's going to take a little bit of imagination, because that building that's right there in front of us, that one that says tattoo in the window, yeah, that building was not there in the movie. As a matter of fact, there was a street running right through there. So if you can imagine, that's the Golden Nugget right there off to the far left. There was an alley that ran behind the Golden Nugget, which is where I believe the shot was filmed. Not at the Universal backlot, but he would have came out from behind the Nugget. He would have made a right, which would have been he would have been coming directly at us, and then he would have made a left for him, a right for us, and went back down towards the plaza. And that's the end of the chase scene. And we know this is this spot because check this out. You can see Vegas Vic's leg, boot, and spur, and it's right there. Alright guys, so if you guys come into the Golden Gate, they actually have a little homage in the form of a slot machine to Diamonds Are Forever. They have a 007 Diamonds Are Forever slot machine. Isn't that cool? Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this one and our few new discoveries. Hopefully I added something into the world of James Bond with finding what possibly might have been the alley where James Bond went up on two wheels, or figuring out that there was actually a portion of the Slumber Inc. filmed inside of the funeral home there. That was pretty cool, finding out that the crematorium portion of the Slumber Inc. scene was actually filmed inside of the mortuary there. That was really cool. I don't think anybody has figured that out yet. Leaving a comment is your entry to win. We will take your comment as received. So if you're the first person to leave a comment, your number will be 1. All right, guys, now it's time for the giveaway. We're going to be giving away 1, maybe 2 of these Circus Circus slot machine tokens, since Circus Circus does show up in Diamonds Are Forever. All you have to do is 1, be subscribed, 2, like the video, 3, leave a comment. But if you guys found this video entertaining in any way, please consider subscribing. It's absolutely free. Also smash the like button. That'll help to get the word out about the channel. Thanks for watching. Bartender, Coors Light, please.